So we've gotten stopped at a police stop here in Nicaragua. They looked at our insurance, they looked at our vehicle permit thing. She handed that back. She said something to Curt that we didn't quite understand. She still has his passport, and she has walked to the other side of the road. And we are waiting, and we don't know what we are waiting on. They had several cars pulled over when we came through, and I guess we wait.
I think they're looking for a bribe. Thought I heard her say something about infraction, which I don't know what it could possibly be.
The ticket.
For what?
If
For what?
okay, no understand por qué.
He's saying we passed somebody.
Pass somebody?
We didn't pass anybody.
No. No. Pass them.
So another guy came over that spoke a little bit of English, and we think they're trying to tell us that we have they want to give us a ticket for an infraction of passing somebody, but we did not pass. So then he walked away, and now we wait more. They told us to pull ahead. Curt reminded them that they had his passport. Then they walked away and they waved him over. When we pulled up, there were probably 4 other cars here. Now they are 100% focused on us. So we'll see what they want. I still don't understand what's going on. I don't think Curt does either. They are definitely waving everyone through now and just focused on us. Alright, so Curt took our YouTube business card, which they seem to like, and 6 packs of Oreos. You think that did it?
Yeah.
You got your passport?
I think so.
Make sure before we pull away. Alright, okay. We're gonna get on the road, and I'm gonna let Curt give you the update of how that went.
So, that was 100% a total attempt to bribe us. That was the most definite shakedown we've had along the road. The girl was kind of laughing while he was talking with me. Obviously, there was some translation issues. However, I did understand a lot more than what he knows. But at the end of the day, he asked me for $200 for an infraction, and he couldn't even really say what the infraction was. They say I passed somebody. Definitely not the case. And so they were just shaking people down indiscriminately. Finally, he gave up on me after me just doing my thing and wanted some water. We gave him some Oreo cookies and a thing of water, and we're on our way. But he was definitely trying to bribe with me. He was negotiating. I told him I'd give him a couple Cordobas or something just so we could go, but
Not
Anyway,
$200 US dollars.
No, he wanted $200 US dollars or
No.
more. So, I mean, he just, like most of them so far, he just gave up. And the reality is I wasn't doing anything wrong. We weren't doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
So, anyway, a little bit frustrating. Yeah, it was, yeah, it's just kind of crazy.
Well, it's over. It ended well. Back on the road. Good job, Curdy.
So they've diagnosed the problem and say there's a leak in our evaporator, and the evaporator is situated underneath the dash from the inside of the van. So they're having to take off all sort of the plastic dash to get to it. All right, guys, this is starting to get real. As you can see, more of the dash plates coming off, and he's taking more off. So I guess there's no turning back right now. As I know I said it keeps getting scarier, but the airbag has just come off the steering wheel, and the airbag is coming out of the dash. This whole entire dashboard has to come off. You guys can see here.
Whoa.
Look at all the screws in there, all the different components everywhere. In Nicaragua,
Where we don't speak the language.
where we don't speak the language. These guys have been awesome so far, so. But my confidence is not going to improve until
It's put back together.
yeah, I'm still pretty nervioso.
Is that a word? While we were getting the air conditioner worked on, looks like it's an all-day project, I discovered that 200 feet away was a hair salon. So I walked down here, and they're able to color up my gray, give me a haircut, and I may just possibly get my first pedicure since this journey started. That's crazy. But anyway, a nice little escape to take care of my hair, and we'll see about the nails. We'll see.
Guys, there goes the dash. All right, here's the next big move. The metal parts of the dashboard that hold it together are kind of coming out, and this right here is the evaporator they're getting to, and there's just all sorts of little connections and wires in here, and they have to take.
I'm getting the nails done.
All right, so while we're here getting the air conditioner fixed, we're also gonna get the the steps fixed for now. I checked for new ones, they don't have them, so they're gonna kind of bend these back in shape and see if we can't get a couple more months out of them. I got so excited I almost forgot to show you guys this part, but they've already got the dash back in. They've got the evaporator back in, the new evaporator in that piece. And so now is the job of assembling. And these guys are doing pretty good. They know what they're doing. I'm glad, because I have no idea.
All right, the hair is done. I have to walk 300 feet back to where Curt is. That's why I had to do this today. The salon was so close. Here, let me show you. There's the salon right there. And there's the van at the air conditioner repair place. I had to do it, guys. Let's go see how Curt's doing.
Guys, it's still a mess, but we're making progress. We're getting there. It's getting real close.
So it looks like I got back to the van at just about the perfect time. The kitties are chilling out, but they're up there putting our van back together. Putting the dash back on. Curt said he was about to text and see where I was, so it was all timed perfectly. The air conditioner is cold. It is running. Give us the lowdown, Curt.
Well, first off, it was a long, hot day, but these guys did a really good job. They had to pull the evaporator out, and as you guys have seen already, to pull the evaporator out, they had to take off the whole entire dash, and which was, I can't believe how many parts there are in that dash, and how many wires they had to disconnect just to get to that. But anyway, we took that off, they took that off and got it all working.
but the evaporator was just covered in cat hair. So whenever we run the recycled air through the van, it sucks in cat hair, and it had that thing completely covered. It was terrible. So that's good. The air conditioner's blowing cold right now. I feel pretty good about these guys. They've been very friendly, and we had a really good day. So yeah, that's the report.
All right, now we're headed to the mall because there's a pet store there that we hope has mulch for our composting toilet. Vanna's on the dash. If you've been following along, you know what that means. It's moving day. So there's two things going on. One, it's time to leave where we're at, and we'll tell you why in a minute. And two, we're heading somewhere pretty cool. So let's go. So we're still in the capital of Managua, where we got all the work done on our air conditioner, and that took a few days and some time and getting some parts, but it's done. The air in the van, in the front of the van, the back of the van is cool again, which is freaking awesome. But we have this app that gives us alerts of things that may be going on in the countries we're in. It's kind of one of the ways we keep ourselves a little bit safer down here. And we got an alert that there are protests planned in the capital starting tomorrow morning, maybe even starting tonight, and going throughout the week. And the protests, the app lists the locations that the protests may happen, and they're happening all around us. So whether it was time to leave the capital or not, we decided we're getting the heck out of Dodge.
Yeah.
So because the government sent out troops this morning to kind of maintain things, it's just best that we leave. So we are southbound towards a colonial town that if you saw when we were in Guatemala and we were up in Antigua, we like these little colonial towns, and this one is supposed to be just as awesome, and it's called Granada. So let's go. So we know the government had sent out more troops getting ready for the protests, and here they are, guys. We're not getting out of here any too soon. They've got their riot gear. Yeah, they're not gonna take the protest lightly.
So Granada is known for its colonial sort of facades to the building. This town was established in 1958. So it's been around, or wait, hold on. Maybe it's 1858.
No, it's way before that.
1858.
No, I think it's way before that.
1758.
Maybe even before
1585.
that. A billion years ago.
It was established. Let's just say that. Let's just say this town was established
A long time ago.
before today.
Yeah.
Well, now that I messed that vlog up and it won't make the video.
It's good. It's what happens. We don't know. So Granada. It's I gotta be honest, not what we were expecting. Maybe it's because it's a little too crowded because it's a Saturday, or I don't exactly, we can't put our finger on it, but we rode through the market area, which was really interesting to see. It's very crowded though. A lot of pedestrians and a lot of bicycles and a lot of little carts on an already narrow road. And you could tell that the bicycles and the pedestrians here for sure have the right of way. They get to go first. So driving this van down that street was a little bit crazy and nerve-wracking, so we had to go super slow. But it was interesting to see so many different kinds of shops, a lot of shopping activities. But what we're gonna do, at least for today, guys, is we're gonna head out of this area. It's actually pretty hot today. We've got some cool stuff planned for in the morning, and we're gonna head on out and try to find our camp just outside of town, and we think it's on the lake. So let's go do that and get out of this hectic stuff for the rest of the day. Sometimes our campsites are amazing. Everything's perfect. Sometimes you're parking on the 9th biggest lake in the world, but there's a lot of trash around. We always do our best to leave a camp the way we found it. Sometimes we even leave it a little better than we found it. Curt's trying to gather up some of this trash. There's so much of it, we can't get it all. But we'll gather a bag of it. We'll try to look beyond it out here at this beautiful lake. Then in the morning, guys, in the morning, we just scheduled a boat ride on this lake. This lake up here is called the Lake of 1,000 Islands. And there's monkeys out there. So bright and early in the morning, we're going on a boat ride. All right. We got the boat to ourselves. 1 hour is $20 US. 2 hours is 40 and all that. We'll figure that out as we go, but we think just an hour. Nice little tour. There's our captain in the back, Roger or Roher. And let's go, guys. We're in the front of the boat. We got the boat to ourselves. We're gonna demask. And Curt is already looking for birds and monkeys. All right, guys, we've already spotted a few monkeys, but they're tall up in the trees.
Howler monkey?
Congo.
Congo.
Yeah. Mono Congo, or howler monkeys.
So we're out on the boat ride. We just got started. You can see there's a little house up behind me. It's super cool back in here. All these are little islands. I think, isn't this like the place of 1,000 islands?
Yeah.
1,000 islands or something. But we're cruising around. We're seeing lots of birds. We saw a couple monos. It was $20 for 1 hour for the boat ride. We love this kind of stuff. We hope you do too. So let's go check this place out, see what we can find. All right, guys?
When we wake birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
Straight ahead, Monkey Island. And I see him. Look at him.
Spider monkey?
Oh, there they are, guys. Little spider monkeys. Look at him hanging there checking you out. Oh, there's one right there. See him? Hi, buddy. Hi. Oh, here comes one. Guys, look at these little spider monkeys. Look at them. Oh, there's another one right there. Oh, guys, look at them. So if you want to come here, you can stay out here on an island on this nice hotel. It's pretty. I'm really surprised at how many houses and stuff there are on these little islands. I can only imagine that building them would have been a challenge. So there's a guy almost in the top of that tree with a mango picker reaching the top, getting those mangoes, getting them. So it looks like we are headed back towards the dock where the van is parked. This was a very peaceful ride. I enjoyed this, Curdy. How about you?
Very tranquilo.
Curt's mixing Spanish and English now. But I have to say he is doing very well at progressing along on the Spanish. He's able to talk to the Capitan a little bit, ask some questions. He's doing very good. Muy bueno. The boat tour is coming to an end. It was the perfect way to start a Sunday morning. Now we're gonna head back to the van, and it's moving day. We have to head to a town called Rivas, where we have to start the pet paperwork.
Border prep.
Because it is time, guys. Next up, Costa Rica. We gotta get ready.
Costa Rica is open.
It's open, and we're headed there. We have one more adventure to do here before we get out of here, but I think this is where we're gonna leave you guys. A little bit of Granada was nice. The boat tour was nice. And we will see you guys in a few days in Rivas, where we're working on getting the pet paperwork to leave Nicaragua and enter Costa Rica.
Costa. Cheers, guys.
See you in a few days. If you liked this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when we put out new videos. To see behind-the-scenes action and help support our journey, head over to our YouTube membership page. You can find the link in the video description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in a few days.